Hey everybody, I'm here today to show you how to convert a decimal to a fraction easily. I'm going to be outlining a very simple process that you can use to convert any decimal to a fraction really easily. Let's get right to it. So I'm going to provide you with a few examples. So let's just say that you have a decimal, okay? So let's just say you have, and we're going to start off simple and we're going to move to more complex decimals. So we're going to just start off with a simple decimal, 0.9. So in order to convert this to a fraction in the easiest, most simplified way, you're just going to look at the decimal right here and look at however many digits there are after the decimal. In this case, there's only one digit, which is the 9, okay? So there's one digit after the decimal. So for the fraction, the bottom number of the fraction is only going to have 1 0. And then all that you have to do is put a 1 after it. So the fraction is out of 10, and you just write this number right here. So I'm going to go over a few more examples just to reiterate how it's done, okay? So a little bit of a more difficult decimal. We're going to do 0.85, okay? 0.85. We're going to convert this to a fraction. So once again, there are two digits after the decimal, 1, 2. So the bottom number of the fraction is going to have two zeros, 1, 2. And then just put a 1 in front of those zeros, just like that. So it's out of 100, okay? And for the top number, you just write whatever you see right there, okay? 85. 85 out of 100. Very simple. Let's continue. A little bit of a harder decimal, 0.352, okay? So once again, there are 1, 2, 3 digits after the decimal. Therefore, the bottom number of the fraction is going to have 1, 2, 3 zeros. 1, 2, 3. And then just put a 1 in front of those zeros. And then for the top number, you simply write these digits, 352. 352 out of 1,000. Now we're going to move on to a little bit of a more difficult one. So let's just say 0.7625, let's just say. Okay, so we count how many digits there are after the decimal. 1, 2, 3, 4 digits after the decimal. Therefore, the bottom number is going to have 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. Put a 1 at the beginning of those zeros. And then for the top number, you just rewrite these digits right here. 7, 6, 2, 5. So that's how to convert any decimal to a fraction in the easiest way. But what you can also do is you can take these fractions and you can reduce them to lower terms. So in order to do that, all that you have to do is figure out a number that can go into both of these numbers. So what number can both of these numbers be divided by, the top and the bottom number of the fraction? We'll do a few quick examples. So for this one right here, a number that can, that 85 can be divided by a number and 100 divided by the same number is 5. So 85 can be divided by 5. I'm just going to write it right over there. And then 100 can also be divided by 5. And that's how we find out a lower version of the fraction. So 85 divided by 5 is 17, and then 100 divided by 5 is 20. So this 0.85 is equivalent to, it is the same as 85 over 100, but it is also the same as 17 over 20. This is just a smaller, more simplified version of the fraction. Let's move on to a little bit of a harder one, okay? So 0.7625 is equivalent to 7,625 out of 10,000, okay? 7,625 over 10,000. And a number that we can divide both of these by is 25. So I'm just going to write it over here just so that we remember what we're doing. Both divided by 25, just like that. So 7,625 divided by 25 is going to be 305. Okay, and then 10,000 divided by 25 is going to be 400. So this decimal is equivalent to 7,625 over 10,000, and it's also the same as 305 over 400, but we can also do this one more time to bring this fraction even lower. So if we take both of these numbers, if we look, the first number that I can think of is 5. We can divide 305 by 5, and we can also divide 400 by 5. So I'm just going to write that over here, divided by 5, divided by 5. 305 divided by 5 is going to be 61, and then 400 divided by 5 is going to be 80. So this is also converting a a decimal to a fraction, and we're bringing it we're bringing it sort of way down, okay? So it's a very, very simple process. In this video, I've shown you basically how to convert any decimal to a fraction really easily. The first method is just the easiest method. You take the number of digits in the actual decimal. After the decimal, you put the same number of zeros and then add a 1, just like that. 2 digits, 2 zeros, add the 1. And then for the top number, you just write the same number that you see right there. And then if you want to convert it to a lower fraction, a number that's easier to look at and sort of a smaller number, you just figure out what number can go into both the top and the bottom numbers of the fraction. Just like that. It's a very simple process, and in this video I've shown you exactly how to do it. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.